Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to show you how to install a Ryder Rack Bolt. We have two of our top fabricators here who's going to walk you through step by step. So check it out. Alright, so we've got all the parts laid out. These are the rear parts. These sides here are the front parts. This is a middle crossbar. I'd like to go ahead and show you how thick this cross member is. You know, it's not a cheap rack. We use heavy duty parts here at Ryder Racks. Moving along, we have our front crossbar. This is our curved bar which matches the windshield. The rack we're installing today has a removable rear bar. So if you don't order your rack with a removable rear bar, we'll have a solid rack bar just like this bar here. So you know, we'll get through that and we'll show you how to do this as well. The advantage of the full-length bed rails is you can use the non-drill clamps, which are included. You can use toolboxes in between. It protects your bed rail, and it makes the rack a lot stronger. So here we have the front bar again with the curved front. We have a removable rear bar. This allows you to put large items in the back of your truck, like AC units or pallets or whatever. As far as the hardware, these are the bolts for the removable rear bars. We've got some Loctite here. We're working with our supplier to provide Loctite on the threads. If you receive bolts and they don't have Loctite on them, we'll provide a Loctite bottle with it. This is a 5/16 hex drive. These are be used for the bolts here. And then we have a number 3 Phillips. This is the big Phillips head. This is used for these big bolts to attach the full-length bed rails.
So just push that together. Snug fit.
Nice tight fit, reduces rattling.
Sometimes if the fit's a little tight, I have to almost.
You're there? This particular one right here is a little tricky, so you have to use an Allen key to get to it.
Alright, so here we have some lithium grease. It's good to apply these regularly on these to keep these from seizing up. They already come from the factory with it already applied to it, so and just a little bit will do. You don't have to goop it up. And installation on this is super easy. Just a matter of lining this up, pushing your legs out, and then lining your bolt up. You should have a nice loose fit. Should be able to turn them, and that's that. Make sure that your back side is to the back and this part is to the inside of the rack. You have a front notch on this, making sure that that's to the front of the rack.
All right, now we're installing the bed rail to the rack.
To make sure that all the holes are lined up, screwing each one in loosely before tightening down completely to ensure that you don't strip the threads. And
So these are our brackets for the rack straps, the angle with pre-drilled holes. What you want to do is figure out where along the rack you want to put the rack straps. Our favorite spot is right behind the leg. This way you can access the rack straps either in or outside the bed. Some people like to put them over the cab, but keep in mind if you put it over the cab, you're going to want to roll these out a little bit so you can still open your door and it won't interfere.
Alright, so you got another impact here with a 1/2 inch socket on it. You got a drill with a 1/2 inch drill bit and another 5/16. And you're also going to need a 9/16 wrench. This will be supplied in the bag when you order with an extra longer 5/16 bolt with the washers and one of these. So you'll slide this on with the washers. This will allow you to tighten the plush nut up inside of the pipe, and then that will come back out and you'll throw that part away. You're going to put this up, take a Sharpie, eyeball where the leg is. And as you go, you'll step up your drill bits until you reach 1/2 inch. You're going to put this up inside the hole. You're going to take the tool that we talked about earlier, set that up inside, and spin this until that pulls tight. And then you're going to take your socket and you're going to tighten this until it won't tighten no more, and then you're going to back the screw back out. And what that'll do is now it crunches that plush nut up inside, leaving this in there nice and tight, and gives you some threads to put your 5/16. Alright, so now after you have all your plush nuts in, now you're going to take your bracket and you're going to set it up and install them. These come with them. You're just going to screw all these in with Loctite. We've already went ahead and applied Loctite to all of them. I recommend that putting these in nice and loose before tightening them all down, just to ensure that you don't strip the threads. Alright, so now after you have all of them in, you're going to use your Allen head, which is a 3/16, and you're going to go ahead and just snug them up. Washer and bolt. You go through the top hole, put the washer on the back, and the lock nut. And with this, you're going to eyeball this being straight up and down. Until you get it somewhat snug. That way you can adjust it if you need to.
Simple way to use them is to pull this down, and this puts the strap in release mode. Once it's in release, you can take the strap and throw it over whatever you're carrying, and then you can pull it around, hook it back to the strap here, and then you tighten it down by ratcheting it like that. Once you get it tight, you're good to go. Alright guys, in this video we're going to show you how to install a window guard. We've decided to put this window guard on the front. That way, if we ever want to put full-length toolboxes back here, we'll have plenty of space. You're able to do it either way.
It's key to take basically the pallet that it comes on. You're going to take a piece of the 2x4 off of it, and you're going to cut it a 1/2 inch less than what the width of your truck bed is in the front. That way you can stick this in, making sure that the width in the front is exactly what the width is on your truck. All right. After you do that, you're going to go up and you're going to clamp this to your legs. So these holes won't be there. We've already drilled these for this specific rack. When it comes factory from it, you'll have to drill these holes. And you'll take this and basically clamp this to the legs on both sides. And then you're going to mark these holes, pull this back off, and drill your holes for your plush nuts that we use kind of like on the ratchet straps. Okay.
Alright, let's dump these out.
Alright, so when you purchase a rack with the full bed rails, this bracket is going to come with it. It's included. And this is going to be used to basically mount the inside of your bed rail on your truck to the bed rail on the truck rack.